Hello, and welcome to another episode of Dependence Blading, the podcast. I am Jen.
I am Veronica.
Hey, Veronica.
Hi, Jen. How are you?
Oh, just slowly losing my mind, but...
Yeah, I see that.
Here we are.
Words, the way your words were trying to get organized, they were not.
They were not. It's like Yoda in his words.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't make sense.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
That's okay.
My brain is scrambled.
I know. It's just, it's Thursday. We're ready for Friday. And then here Sunday night, ready to go to bed and wake up early and start all over again. This week flew by though.
Did it?
To me it did. I don't
Did
know.
it? Yeah.
I think
that's good though.
Yeah. It was I guess I was busy. I cannot sit on the couch. And I messaged you earlier. I said I'm trying to get up off the couch because I seriously sat down and I was so comfortable. And I think that subconsciously I avoid that throughout the entire day. So I can't sit down. As soon as I sit down, I bounce back up and start doing something else. I'll be like, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go do that. Yep. So today I was like, I'm going to sit down. And then I was like, I can't get up. I can't get up off the couch.
Yes.
I should just stay there and take a nap this afternoon because I'm worn out. It was 90 degrees here today with 1,000% humidity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. It's so exhausting. That sun that beats down on you and you're just hot and sweaty and energy is gone.
The boob sweat is real, people.
Oh, yeah.
It's real.
Yeah. Yes. Swamp ass, but on the boobs.
Swamp boob.
Swamp boobs.
Swamp boob.
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's so bad. I need to stick something in there to soak it up because
right?
Walking around yesterday and I was like, it's really humid. It's really hot. And my boobs they're just upset. They're very upset right now, along with the rest of my body.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came home and I showered and I said, I'm not moving. I'm not moving again. And then, of course, I can't stay still. And I'm just up and doing stuff. Just need to calm down.
Yeah. You don't want to keep moving because you know you're going to start sweating again. And then you just have to shower again because it's gross.
Well, in the house, I was fine. I was comfortable. It's cool in here. But outside, I was like, I don't want to go outside. And then I feel so guilty because all I did in England was complain about the weather and saying, I just want to be in the sunshine. Right? I just want to be in the warm weather. And here I am. And it's can we just, knock it down 5 degrees and then we're good? Just turn down the humidity to a 5 because we're at an 11 right now. But it's okay. Yes. It's okay. I'm thankful. I am. Don't think that I'm not.
I'm very thankful for sunshine and good, decent weather. It's been raining every single day, but it only rains for 5 minutes and then it's gone and then the sun's back out and it looks like it didn't even rain.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We're supposed to be coming up on rain.
It waters too. It waters my plants. I have aloe vera in pots out front, so it waters all that for me. And then I don't have to remember to do it.
Sure. Gotcha. What's new with you?
Well, nothing, you know? Think about it. No, there's not really a whole lot going on here. Same old. Yeah. What about you?
I got my vaccine last Friday.
Nice. How'd you feel?
So I got my vaccine in late morning. It was 11. And I felt fine for the rest of the day. I got the Johnson & Johnson because that's all they were offering. And I was like, it's one and done. We're good. And I felt fine all day. Nothing. And then around 7:30, I started feeling kind of tired. And I was like, it's Friday night. It's pretty normal that I'm tired. And by 8 o'clock, I put the kids to bed and I was like, my head's starting to hurt. And so I took a Tylenol and I went to bed, and I probably slept for a couple hours, and then I was up tossing and turning, and I had a fever and a headache, and I just could not get comfortable in bed, and I was like, had body chills, and I was really sweaty, and I was really cold, and I was turning up the AC and then getting under the cover. I just could not regulate my temperature. It was bad. And then I woke up because I was in and out. And then around 4 o'clock in the morning, I got up and I was like, I'm going to take another Tylenol and drink some milk. So I like chugged. Not milk. Milk was a bad choice. Not milk. Water. No, I chugged water. And then I fell back asleep. And then at like 7, my daughter came in and she snuggled with me. And I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel better. And I started like perking up. And I still felt really tired. And then Kyle came home and he's asking me how I was doing. I said, I feel fine, but I'm really tired. He's like, I'm going to take the kids down to the beach so you can rest. And I was like, okay. So I saw them because I could see them from the balcony. And they were like in the water. And the water was like nice and clear and blue. And I was like, that water looks fucking refreshing right now. And I was like, I'm so hot. Like my body, I was just hot. Like I still had a bit of a temperature. And I was like, put my swimsuit on. I was like, I'm just going to tough it out and I'm going to go down there. And I went down there and I was playing with the kids and I felt a lot better, still really tired. And I played in the water with the kids and it was really nice and refreshing, and then showered and then just laid on the couch for the rest of the day and watched movies. And that is the story of my Friday and Saturday. Yeah, but no,
well, that's good.
It felt it was fine. My arm was a little sore. That was about it.
Yeah, that's good. Well, maybe the Johnson & Johnson one is a little bit more of a milder after effect, side effect, whatever they want to call it. Maybe they have just a little bit more milder symptoms than the double dose. So that's good though. That's good that you were you were only down for a part of the day and you were good for pretty much all of Saturday. So
yeah, I was really worried.
It's like Friday night was rough.
Yeah, but I'm thankful that it was overnight and my kids were already asleep.
Yeah,
because I was like, man, what if I'm not feeling well and I'm, I feel bad when it's just me with the kids because Kyle was at work. But then he came home as soon as he got a off shift. He came home right away. He usually like lingers around the fire station. I don't know what he does. But he came home right away, and he's like, I'll take the kids to the beach. And yeah, and it was fine. It's fine. I feel fine. I feel fine. I'm excited for what this vaccine can bring to the world and to everybody. I'm just waiting.
Yes.
For some regulations to change a little bit. I do like that. It's like now they're saying the CDC says you don't have to wear a mask anymore unless you're inside a building. And I was like, well, what has changed? I was like, I don't understand.
So fully vaccinated people, and as long as you're 2 weeks after your vaccination, you at least you don't have to wear a mask like inside or outside anymore. It's your choice. They highly recommend that you do it just because you don't know what's around you or who's around you or what, and you can still spread it. You can still get it, you can still spread it even being vaccinated. It's just that it's milder and all that. Immunities. But they've lessened the restrictions out here too. It's the same, like, going to the BX, the commissary, anywhere. You're fully vaccinated, you don't have to wear your mask inside. I got to see people's faces. It's weird.
We still have to hear per the Japanese government. We
still
have
and
to.
It's based on what the the country you're in, the governing whatever, and also on when you're on base, what the wing commander, the base commander, whatever they're called, says as well. So
yeah, I know Kyle was saying that at work they don't have to wear the mask unless they work with like a local national, which he does. And he told me, he's like, if I'm in my office, I don't have to wear it unless a local national walks in because they're not vaccinated, or if somebody who's unvaccinated comes in as well. He's like, then I have to put on my mask. I was like, okay. It's like, it's not that you've been breathing the air in that office and circulating it. You know, it's not going to go away as soon as you put on that mask, but okay, whatever.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah. It's like, at this point, I feel like it's just the placebo effect, but sure, okay.
Yeah. Masks, it is what it is. They suck, but here we are, over a year. Well, it's been like a whole year now since like masks were really like fully enforced when we were in England, at least.
I know. It's going to be really weird walking into like the commissary and seeing people's faces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is. It's super strange.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Yeah. I mean,
Good
it was
for
so
them.
weird when it first happened, having to wear a mask. I was like, I remember, like, I about had a panic attack one time at the commissary. Be like, I can't see people's faces. Like, this is concerning to me. And now it's so normal. Like, even with my children, they get in the car and they put on their mask. I was like, you don't have to wear the mask in the car. Like, it's just me. So
Yeah.
it's really funny, but we'll see what this brings.
I find it funny when I see people driving in their cars, especially when they're by
Alone.
themselves and they're wearing a mask. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's probably one of those people that wear it so often that don't even realize they have it on. So I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
are you in the car, you don't realize you have your mask on, or are you just wearing it for funsies?
Is it fun for you now? Because I swear, when I pull up to the gate and I put my mask on and show my ID, as soon as they wave me through and I start to pull my mask off right away. I was like, nah, I don't want this on anymore.
I don't wear my mask coming through the gate.
I know, I was just told I didn't have to do that anymore. So we were like regulated and enforced, and down at the other base too, they've highly enforced it, especially for everyone in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Every person in the car has to wear one. And it's super frustrating. But yeah, I like didn't believe. I had a friend in the car with me, and she's like, yeah, you don't have to wear your mask through the gate anymore. And I was like, what? Are you sure? She's like, yeah, try it. Try it. And I was like, I feel like you're making me do something illegal now.
I feel like it's kind of hazardous to go through the gate with your mask on, because it's like you either have to put your mask on when you leave your house, or you're going to be fumbling around for it as you're pulling up to the gate. I was like,
that's me.
That's kind of dangerous, right? It's like you're trying to put it on one-handed. So on occasion I will put it on, just because like if I'm wearing like the gator type ones, I'll just pull it over my face. But usually they don't say anything. So
yeah, they didn't say anything.
I did get breathalyzed the other day, and that was very exciting, because I've never been breathalyzed in my life. Yes, it was very exciting. I got held up at the gate trying to exit base, and I was like, what is going on? And then finally it was my turn. I pulled up, and the girl's like, I need you to blow in here as hard as you can for as long as you can. And I was like, what? I was like, this is exciting. She's like, don't put your lips on it. And I was like, okay. And she's like, I blew into it, and it like clicked, and then she's like, okay, you're good. And I was like, I haven't had anything to eat all day. I'm excited to do this. Like, so, and then people like posted all over Facebook, oh, they're breathalyzing at this gate or whatever. It's like, why are you telling people? Why?
Yeah.
It's like when you warn people about the speed traps, or like cop up ahead, be like, if you're going fast, you deserve to get ticketed. Don't be warning people just to slow down for that one spot.
Yes.
In my opinion, anyways. Sorry. What do you guys think? To our listeners, should you be warned that there is a cop ahead, or there is a speed trap or a breathalyzer? Or would you rather be pleasantly surprised? I want to know what our listeners think. You can email us at dependisplaining@gmail.com, or leave us a comment on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Or let us know on your listening platform. So Apple iTunes, you can leave us a comment. And don't forget to rate us. All of that for your answers to the breathalyzer / speed traps. That's what I want to know.
That's a good one to know. I think that's kind of like an unpopular opinion, you know?
Yeah. Get ready to listen! Are you ready for my story?
Yes, I am so ready for your story.
Okay. All right. So my story today is kind of short, but it's good, interesting. So here we go. I got most of my information from a website called War is Boring, Wikipedia, and I got some footage from YouTube with some commentators. So my story today is the Ramstein Flugtag of 88. On the afternoon of August 28th, 1988, a crowd of 350,000 spectators have gathered to watch the annual air show. The weather is perfect, sunny, warm, it's great for an outdoor gathering. So this air show has taken place at Ramstein Air Base since the early 1950s and was open to the public. So you always had like a mixture of American service members and their families, or civilian personnel and their families, and then since it was open to the public, a lot of German citizens, West German at the time, and they were all anticipating the show that never disappointed. It was just exciting to see all the airplanes and stuff. So the air show was always a great opportunity for like community and fundraisers, and as people, they would sit in like the people would set up like booths, food stalls, food trucks, ice cream trucks. You know the drill, like when they set up the Booster Club stuff. So all that. And it brought in a lot of traffic, and people were willing to spend money while watching the show. And although some of the German locals had protested against the show, claiming it brought in too much traffic into these lovely small villages, too much noise, and the potential for a disaster, they were just worried about the safety of these very low, at times, low-flying aircraft. So, the show is going great, right? All of the performances were on time. Everything is just running smoothly, and people are gearing up for the grand finale. The grand finale is the elite aerobatics team of the Italian Air Force. They formed back in 1960, and they are very, very popular in these air shows. So the Frecce Tricolore, or the tricolor arrows, they are flying Mackay MB339As. It's a small single-engine jet trainers painted with green, white, and red stripes over dark blue backgrounds. Now, the Frecce Tricolore were known for their risky maneuvers, and the crowd ate it up. Their pierced heart maneuver was the crowd favorite. So the article that I read, they refer to these particular aircraft as a pony or ponies, and that's how I will be referring to them as well, just to make it easier so I don't have to say the name of the aircraft because they were all the same. So I'm just going to refer to them as pony. At 15:40, so 3:40 in the afternoon, for those of you that don't know military time, the Tricolore takes off to perform. So the pierced heart maneuver that will have all 10 ponies flying in formation close to the ground. This is what they're going to do. So they're all together, and then in a swooping upward motion towards the sky, the 10 ponies abruptly split apart. 5 ponies roll to the left and 4 roll to the right, each in a V formation, each V formation, leaves trailing smoke that will form a heart when the two groups pass each other just 100 feet above the ground, parallel to the airstrip. So can you picture that?
Oh, wow.
They're flying.
Yeah.
So all 10 of them are flying. They shoot up, and then they split apart into a V formation, and they kind of fly upside down and around, and then meet and intersect at the bottom, parallel to the runway, and so they make a heart. They leave a heart trail. So the last pony, number 10, because as I mentioned, there was 10 ponies and only five took off to one side and 4 took off to the other. So the last pony, number 10, it's being piloted by Lieutenant Colonel Ivo Nutarelli. He begins a straight roll oriented towards the crowd. So he actually, when he pulled away from the crowd or from the other ponies, he pulled back. Instead of going left or right, he went backwards. So he's going to do the piercing of the heart. He begins a straight roll oriented towards the crown. His job, the trickiest in this maneuver, is to pierce the heart by soaring through the 2 intersecting groups at a perpendicular angle and overfly the crowd. So he's going to pass above the crowd. Nutarelli is 38. He's an experienced pilot, having performed the pierced heart maneuver 70 times already. So he knew it. His timing was impeccable, and he just knew it. He knew it very well. So this day, though, would be much different. Naturelli's plane flies up higher than expected, then dives down too fast. Naturelli does what he can to slow his descent, but below him, as rehearsed, the 2 formations thread through each other, just as planned. All the other planes did it just fine. They're on time. So they're just like 130 feet above the ground, completing the heart figure. And the crowd is super excited because they're going to be like, here comes the other guy. He's going to pierce right through it, fly right over the crowd. It's going to be awesome. However, Naturelli does everything he can to slow down his diving plane. He is like plunging towards them. So his plane is designed to withstand a maximum of 7 times the normal pressure of gravity. It pulls 10 Gs as he yanks up on the control stick, but he is now flying too fast, too low, and intersects the formation too soon. So at 15:44, so just 4 minutes after takeoff, Naturelli pierces the intersecting formation. He hits pony number 2, which is piloted by Captain Giorgio Alessio, smashing the cockpit and killing him instantly. Alessio's plane disintegrates in midair, spraying burning metal parts across the airstrip below. Pony number 3 and pony number 5, flying next to him, are riddled with fragment of debris, but the pilots manage to keep their planes under control. And they take off. They take off away from everything.
Yeah.
The impact causes the fuselage of Naturelli's jet to careen into pony number 1, shattering its tail. It was being flown by Lieutenant Colonel Mario Naldini, who was at the head of the left group. So the impact smashes the front of Naturelli's plane, killing him and sending his plane cartwheeling in flames across the sky. Naldini manages to eject, but he is too close to the ground and for his parachute to open, and he is killed when his body strikes the runway. So now pony number 1 slams into the runway, with pony number 2 not far behind. Pony number 1, which is now pilotless because that's the guy who ejected, slams into the ground while traveling hundreds of miles per hour. Its momentum carrying it like hundreds of meters, trailing a massive ball of fire into a parked helicopter. The helicopter is a UH-1 medical evacuation, so it's a Black Hawk.
Yeah.
It's a medical evacuation helicopter parked on the strip with a crew of 7 standing on alert in case anything goes wrong.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that crazy that it hit the one aircraft that could help them in case something goes wrong?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So they are all severely burned, including the pilot, Captain Kim Strader. He died 20 days later on Saturday, 17 September 1988 at Brooks Army Medical Center in Texas from burns he suffered in the accident. Now, Naturelli's flaming aircraft hurtles towards the crowd. It's still going towards the crowd. This is just in like seconds. This is like a matter of like, I think it all happened within like 7 seconds of the crash.
Wow.
So it's going towards the crowd, carried by its momentum, and it's spinning, it's still like cartwheeling in the air. And the jet is nearly belly up when its left wingtip slams into a grassy field just 50 meters short of the front row of spectators. So it stopped. The nearly 300 gallons of jet fuel in its tank ignite, releasing a wave, like a tsunami wave of fire. The blazing wreck plows onward, demolishing a police car and smashing through a barbed wire fence into the crowd. It finally skids to a stop as it upends an ice cream truck. This triggered the ejection seat in the aircraft, which then launched the pilot's body onto the ice cream truck.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Whoa.
The crowd begins to run away from the expanding cloud of fire and smoke. Then many turn around and run back into the flames to search for their loved ones. Many of them children who were near the front to catch a better view of the show, which was just breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. Now, the way the airplane crashed, in the area it crashed, there were so many food trucks and refrigerator trucks, like the ice cream trucks and stuff like that. It took the brunt of the explosion and the crash. So it did less than it was supposed to. Like the disaster could have been bigger if it wasn't for these trucks. But I mean, it's still pretty bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so firefighters are on the scene within 2 minutes, and then within 7 minutes, the first of nearly a dozen American and German rescue helicopters land and begin picking up the hundreds of men and women injured. But the air base is not prepared for a mass casualty event. There are failures in coordination and communication across the board. It was just a lot of, they didn't know what to do, where to go, how to handle this. And then the U.S. military transports injured victims without providing first aid on site. Many injured are carried away on civilian motor vehicles, and they're wandering around randomly in nearby regional hospitals. And German ambulances eventually arrive to respond to the disaster. But the base security initially, they refused to let them inside, which this really frustrated me. It was really frustrating to hear. It's like, you have a disaster on base. You have the German ambulances that are coming in to help not only the Americans on base, but their own German citizens that attended the show, and they're not letting them in. But eventually they do. But I mean, they probably could have done it a little bit more, a little bit faster.
Yeah.
So the people load up the injured onto their own vehicles, take them to medical centers. It was reported that along en route to some of the hospitals, they passed more injured who were just walking to get help, and they had singed clothing or sagging burnt skin. Everyone, they're screaming in agony. It was just massive chaos. It was awful. Shrapnel and debris killed around 31 spectators on the spot and injured around 1,000. Ultimately, 16 more people will die from the severe burns over the next several weeks. Hundreds of spectators were badly burned and thousands were traumatized. Therapy groups for survivors were organized, and they met for decades afterwards. So the chapel had offered support for those survivors or family members of those that were killed or injured. Okay, so in total, 70 people died. The handling of the emergency was highly criticized due to its lack of coordination. This led to major improvements and technical upgrades in order to prevent this from happening again. Furthermore, air shows are banned for the next 3 years after this disaster. It isn't until 2012 into the for the Berlin Air Show that elaborate or risky maneuvers are allowed once again.
Oh, wow.
And then the Ramstein disaster resulted in major safety reforms to future air shows, leading to regulations requiring the performing aircraft to remain much further away from the crowd and avoid performing maneuvers oriented directly towards the audience. The group therapy session improvised by the survivors of the disaster became a model for future emergency counseling interventions in response to traumatic incidents. There is a memorial on site to commemorate those who lost their lives with their names. And that is the story of the Ramstein air disaster of 1988.
Wow.
Yeah. It was very interesting. I did see one gentleman who is now a chaplain says he was there when it happened. I believe he was young, maybe like in high school, had just graduated, and he was scooping ice cream, and he walked away with his friends, and he heard it all happen, and he said he left because he's like, I was just getting out of the way of the emergency response teams that were going to come help. So it's like that stayed with him. It stays with you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It always, those air shows, like, I don't trust them. I don't trust them.
Yeah. Especially when they're doing, like, crazy stunts like that. It's a little, it's a little unnerving just to watch. I mean, they're very cool in how they can do all that with an airplane. But, I mean, I still get a little nervous just flying in a commercial airplane. So, yeah. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
All that around you, that's, I mean, that has to be seriously traumatizing to see an airplane coming at you.
To watch it.
Yeah.
To watch this show that you came to see, and then disaster strikes, and then more disasters striking because it's coming right at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't know what you're looking at.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know what you're looking at. It was like when the people went to see the Challenger.
Yeah.
The Challenger take off, and the families were in the stands, and then they see that, it's like, I don't, what's happening? Like, what am I looking at right now?
Yep.
That's so scary.
Yeah. I can't.
Yeah.
Oof. I can't imagine. Like, I mean, you can picture it in your head, but, oh, man. Ooh.
There is footage on YouTube, but it's really, I mean, the footage, it's got a lot of angles because a lot of people had their own home, their camcorders. So it's got a lot of angles, and you see a lot of how it happened and dissections of why it happened, how it happened. And it was just timing. It was just error, operator error. It was really sad.
Yeah. Oh. But again, I mean, it's so hard because it's like so many people traumatized, hurt, or lost their lives, but they were able to use that as like a training to be able to improve future air shows, which is good, but it's
always like it has to take something like this for a change to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately,
yes.
In any situation.
Yep.
Yeah, and this was like the biggest, most destructive air show disaster up until like July of 2002, when there was like a Ukrainian Air Force aircraft. Sorry, couldn't think of the name, that had turned at a very low altitude, and it crashed into the airfield, into a crowd of spectators, and it killed 77 people.
Oh wow!
So that was in the Ukraine. So, yep. Very tragic.
Very, very, very tragic. Oh, that's crazy.
So if you're at Ramstein, go pay your respects to this site, and now you know the story behind it.
Yeah, now you know. Thank you, Veronica.
Yeah, thank you for listening.
Of
You're
course.
welcome.
That's what I'm here for every week. I love listening to your stories. All of them.
What do you have for us? Are you wearing a Bayside Tigers t-shirt?
No. No, it's Arizona Wildcats.
Oh, I said Bayside Tigers.
No. So I wish.
I know, right? Where can I get one of those? Bayside Tigers. Yeah.
Someone tell us. Someone tell us where you can get that.
Someone send me a Bayside Tigers t-shirt, or like the Max t-shirt. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, we can't be friends.
Yeah, you're too young for us. But continue to listen.
Young for me.
Continue to listen because we love you guys.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody knows what Saved by the Bell is.
I mean, I would hope so by now.
Does that show still stand the test of time? Do you think
it should? I mean, come on, it should. It is a staple.
remember the caffeine pills episode?
Oh God.
I'm so excited.
Yes. I'm
so scared.
That one is most memorable to me. I mean, you know me and
Is it?
movies and stuff. I can hardly remember what I've watched like 2 days ago, but that one, I don't know what it is, but I remember that one very well. Very well.
It's just so over the top. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So this week, I just have some fun little military trivia facts is what it's called, but we're not really doing trivia. But I can ask you, I might ask you some questions, so be ready.
Okay. I love it. I love trivia. I love challenging my brain.
I know. So Dave and I will do that on like long road trips when we are in England. If we were in the car for long amounts of time, I would just look up any kind of trivia and I would just ask him the questions for him to answer. So it was fun.
Yeah.
It was very entertaining. Mm-hmm. It's a good time. It's a good time, people.
Try it. Give it a go.
Give it a go. All right. So these are just facts from the different branches. I got this information on the USO website. Some of them I might skip through. Some are kind of funny. And yeah, here we go. So, interesting fact, 31 of 45 the 45 men who have served as president of the United States have served in the military.
Really?
Yes. One U.S. president, Theodore Roosevelt, even received the Medal of Honor.
Wow.
And only one of those men, who was James Buchanan, never became an officer.
Oh.
So all the rest were officers, and he was the only one that did not become an officer.
Oh, very interesting. See, This is what I always say. I'm like, this should be a requirement to become president, and it's you should have served for your country.
Yeah. I mean, it can be even a short amount of time. It doesn't have to be a career thing, but to even get your foot into it and know and understand the military side of things. I mean, you are commander-in-chief by then as a president,
exactly.
So you should know more. But
I agree, 100%.
Who am I to say these things as a dependent?
No. I vote for you, Jen, for president.
I vote for you for president. You are my president.
We should. There's only one vote for me. And it was Jen. My children are too young to vote, or else they'd vote for me too.
Exactly. I would have my children vote for you. You would be you would be my candidate. I will be your running manager, your political manager.
My running. Oh, okay.
Whatever that is. I'll promote you.
Oh, okay. Well, you plug me.
I'll plug you.
Rate and subscribe to your president. President Veronica. Rate and subscribe from your presidential platforms.
There you go. Whatever your presidential platforms are that you
whatever your preferences. Make sure you rate and subscribe. 5 stars.
5 stars. We like it. Especially Veronica. Vote for Veronica.
Yes. Vote for Veronica.
So a roof stomp is an Air Force tradition where airmen welcome new commanders or celebrate special occasions by banging on the commander's roof, windows, and doors.
I feel like I've heard that before.
I've never heard that before. I was like, what? So it says then the commander opens the door to welcome in the group for refreshments.
I knew this. I just learned this actually before we left England.
Yeah?
Yes, because there was like the CE commander. I was at his house for something, and they were having like a party next door, and I feel like his wife explained that to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Cool.
That's really cool. I'd never heard of that before. I'd never even seen it. But if you see it now you'll understand. Or if your active duty spouse participates, now you'll understand what's going on. Mm-hmm. Very cool. Let's see. Johnny Cash, Morgan Freeman, and James Stewart are just a handful of the celebrities who have served as airmen. And we know this because also we covered some celebrities in the military. So you guys know.
We did.
You guys know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's something. I don't know if everyone knows this, but at least people in the Air Force know. Every March, airmen participate in Mustache March. Yay.
It's the worst month of my life, people.
It's the worst month.
It's the worst.
But it does have a purpose, and they grow mustaches in honor of Air Force legend and triple ace Brigade General Robin Olds. So, whoever that is, and whatever he did.
If you can grow a mustache, unlike my husband, but I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't.
I'm not a fan.
Make out with that.
No.
I can't.
Yeah.
I speak for every dependa out there. We don't like your mustaches chafing my upper lip.
No.
Thank you.
Gross.
This has been a PSA.
It's
by
nice.
your
It's nice.
Veronica.
There you go. See? First step already.
Yeah.
I like it. It's nice that they are honoring somebody, but also do it in another way. Apparently, I think I saw a picture earlier. He had a very nice stash, so that's probably why.
Can we just hand out like stick-on mustaches as you walk in through the gate? Be like, you get a mustache,
right?
Just stick it under your nose, and
those
you're
ones
good.
are soft.
You're good to go.
They're soft, so
they're made from soft goose feathers, or and they're dyed in the most natural colors you can find in berries.
Especially that salt and pepper look too, though. Don't forget it.
Oh, if you want the salt and pepper look, we can surely arrange that too. Make you look distinguished. Yes.
Distinguished. Yeah. I like it. That's a great idea. See? Veronica, she's already got plans. We're ready.
I have plans. Veronica 2024.
There you go.
I am Veronica and I approve this ad.
You can only find it on Dependisplaining. Continue to listen. And you'll have more ads.
For your future updates of my presidential election of 2024, continue to listen. It's going to happen, people.
Oh, my goodness.
Right on.
Here we are. There you are. There you are.
There we are.
Let's see. Fewer than 100 people have received the title of Honorary Marine. The title of Honorary Marine can only be bestowed by the Commandant of the Marine Corps. In order of seniority, the list of honorary Marines include... Oh my gosh, this is great. So in order of seniority, so like toppest... Oh my god, Jen.
Toppest?
Toppest?
The most tippity-toppest of them all.
Tippity-top. Tippity-top. Here we go. So the very... whatever. Here we go. Chuck Norris. And in quotes, or in parentheses, it says, the rank is unknown, but also it's unneeded because it's Chuck Norris. Come on. And then there's Brigade General Bob Hope and Master Sergeant Bugs Bunny. Really?
Excuse me? What? Like the cartoon?
I don't know. Unless somebody's name is Bugs Bunny. But he's also a Master Sergeant. So, Corporal Jim Neighbors. Oh, the star of Gomer Pyle. Okay. And then Gary Sinise. I don't know who that is either.
Sinise.
Thank you.
Gary Sinise. It's Lieutenant Dan.
Oh, okay, thank you. This is my problem. I don't know people by name. I just know them by characters or pictures. Okay.
Yeah, he does so much for the troops.
Oh,
he's great.
That's awesome.
He's a great person. Yeah.
I love that. That reminds me of... Oh, what's his name? Dang it. He's always in Adam Sandler movies. He's the one that volunteers as a firefighter, too.
Oh, Steve Buscemi.
Thank you. Yep.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Fun fact, only female Marines are authorized to carry umbrellas while in uniform.
Really?
Yeah.
Can they carry it for the man? Like, be like, hey, I'll share my umbrella with you.
I mean, maybe I think it's as long as it's the female. As long as it's the female.
Typical. Get your own damn umbrella. Just like, get your own damn purse. Stop handing me everything that you don't want in your pocket.
Seriously.
Kyle.
Seriously. Can you hold my phone?
Yeah.
Wait, hold the car keys.
Can you hold my phone? My car keys? Here's some circle money.
So annoying. So annoying. Yeah. Bring a fanny pack if that's what you need.
Mm-hmm. fanny pack, bum bag, however you wish to call them. Get your own.
So, interesting. Before World War II, the Army's 45th Infantry Division wore a swastika patch on their left shoulders in honor of Native Americans.
Oh,
Interesting.
I don't think that would go well now.
No. They changed it to a Thunderbird in the late 1930s. So,
why a swastika?
I don't know. That's an interesting symbol.
I know that in, I want to say Buddhist, in the Buddhist religion. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. I apologize. But it also has a swastika, but it's facing in a different direction.
Okay.
So it means something differently. 'Cause I remember being at a cemetery once and seeing that on a gravestone and thinking, like, it was a very big symbol. And I just thought, like, that's odd. And I had to look it up. And I was like, oh, okay, now I understand. But it faces the other direction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's still odd to see, you know? But I mean, they all have, they have different meanings. So, interesting. Okay. Trivia question for you.
Yes.
Ready?
Give it to me. Yes.
Which is older, the Army or the United States?
Oh, shit. Hang on. Which is older, the Army or the United States? I feel like I should know this. I'm going to say the Army.
Ding, 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 ding. You are correct.
Yay!
I just learned this today. The Army was formed only a year before the United States became the United States. So in 1775, the Continental Army was formed, and then...
The Continental Army. I feel like I talked about this in a previous episode.
I think you might have, because, we talked about covered wagons and such, and so... We talked about all kinds of stuff.
The Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
And how we all died of dysentery.
Always.
And how we lost a wheel.
Oh, that damn river. You never know how deep it is.
Yeah, and all the bison died.
Your meat's spoiled, sorry.
Me? Oh, gross.
Okay, here. This is for Navy. It's called The Legend of Bill the Goat.
Did you say goat or ghost?
Oh, goat. Sorry, not that exciting. Goat.
Like the animal. Okay.
Meh. Goat.
Meh.
Bill the Goat has been the Naval Academy mascot since the early 1900s. Legend has it that a Navy ship once kept a goat as a pet, but on the way back to port, the goat died. 2 ensigns were entrusted to have the goat stuffed, but were distracted by a Naval Academy football game. One of the ensigns allegedly dressed up in the goat skin. What?
No.
And pranced around at halftime. The crowd loved it, and the Navy won the game. What? That got weirder and weirder. What? Navy. Why? I have a lot of questions, guys.
Can someone confirm or deny that for us, please? Anybody out there that's listening to us?
That's interesting.
Navy related. Let us know, because that's super weird. So I want to know if it's true. I really hope it's true, just for my own entertainment. So I need some confirmation.
Interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Weird. Back to the Air Force. 2 U.S. presidents, Ronald Reagan and George W. Bush, served as airmen.
George W. Bush.
Yep. Reagan served when the branch was still known as the Army Air Forces. And George W. Bush served in the Texas Air National Guard before transferring to the Air Force Reserve. Fascinating.
Oh, okay. Who was president? Who was president when you were born, Jen? Just curious.
I don't know.
Was it Bush? George Bush?
Ronald Reagan was president in 1988.
Who was president when I was born? Was it Reagan? Was it Carter? Was it Reagan?
But what was it? But then George H.W. Bush took over in 1989, I guess?
1989?
Like, girl, I don't know. Don't ask me these.
Who was president when I was born?
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan was. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Look at that. At least we were born in the same presidency.
We were.
Yeah.
There we were. That's why we're such good friends, because we were under the same presidency.
Yeah, because Reagan. Thanks, Reagan.
Good job, Reagan.
R.I.P.
It's okay. So Marines in uniform are not authorized to put their hands in their pockets.
I don't think anybody is.
I don't think so either. I feel like that was a thing that I learned that an Air Force is not allowed to do it either. So
Yeah.
I think that's
I
true
don't think
for
anybody is.
all
Unless you're
military
retrieving
wide.
something.
Walt Disney created a special logo for the Coast Guard's Corsair fleet during World War II featuring Donald Duck.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it's pretty cute. It's Donald Duck.
I personally think that Disneyland should design all of the military uniforms and all the patterns should be Mickey Mouse head. Just a different color camouflage.
Yes. Can you spot the
Right?
Mickeys?
Can you spot the Mickeys in 7 shades of green?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. That would be really fun.
And the stripes would be just ears, just in the shape of ears on their sleeves or their chest or wherever they carry their stripes. Now, I don't know. It changes so fast. Today I saw somebody walking towards me in like a blue uniform and I was like, oh my God, who changed their uniform already? And I couldn't, like, it looked like a digital pattern, but it was like a grayish blue color. And I was like, is that Navy? Is somebody wearing the old Navy uniform? No, it was like a Japanese national, like a military. Yeah, and I had never seen it before. So I was like, oh, interesting. Okay.
Yep.
So it's kind of blue.
I like blue. Blue's a nice color. Just not if you're going in the water. Color.
Just don't go in the water with it. Don't fall overboard. I won't find you.
No, you'll blend. You'll blend in. Speaking of Navy, in the Navy, there are no windows, walls, or bathrooms.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah. You're asking me what, Jen? What? What are you talking about? So,
anywhere?
The Navy has rich diction, but don't get it mixed up. Ships don't have walls. They have bulkheads. And they don't have windows, they have portholes. Your left side is your port side, and your right side is starboard. The mess deck is where you eat, and the deck is where you walk. Above your head is an overhead, not a ceiling or a roof. If you need a toilet, you will find that in the head. The rack is where you sleep.
What?
Yeah, they have weird words. Why
can't we just call them walls, toilet, kitchen?
You gotta like memorize a whole new language when you get into the Navy, apparently.
Yeah.
Ever since Vietnam, Marine Amtrak crews will not eat apricots, which is considered bad luck.
I think I knew that one too.
Interesting. So it's so crazy.
Yeah, I love apricots.
I know, right? I got some dried ones the other day. They're really good.
Oh, yum. Yeah, fresh ones, dried ones. I just don't like the fuzzy skin, like a peach.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that bit. The fruit's good. The fruit itself is good.
This one, okay, last one. This was the one I was looking for. So, again, with the Navy, quite interesting. So, though tattoos are discouraged in today's Navy, they weren't always. For hundreds of years, sailors tattooed themselves as souvenirs to communicate their travels and their trials. For a short and non-comprehensive list below of imaginary you may encounter among sailors, including the meanings. So I'll just go through a couple of them. So if they have a tattoo of a compass or a nautical star, it means never losing one's way. Each one notes 10,000 miles at sea. So they've been on the sea for 10,000 miles. Interesting.
Okay.
If they have a trident, it means a special warfare. If they have a rose, it means a significant other is left at home.
Oh.
This is cool. Twin screws or props on one's backside. It means propelling one forward through life.
Oh.
If they have an octopus, it means that they are a Navy diver.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Oh, if they have a tattoo of a polar bear, it means they sailed the Arctic Circle.
Oh, wow.
Oh, a dragon means they sailed the Pacific.
Ah.
If they have a turtle, it means they crossed the equator.
Okay.
Oh, a golden dragon means they crossed the international date line.
That's very cool.
Oh, this one, a golden turtle, means they cross the international date line and the equator where they intersect.
Oh, very cool.
That is interesting. Let's see.
A golden
if there's
turtle.
any others. If you see a Navy sailor with hula girls, it means they sailed to or ported in Hawaii.
Okay. I'm like, I feel like that's not special. If you see one that has fish tacos, that means they were in Southern California.
That sounds good. I want that.
It's a picture of an actual fish wrapped in a tortilla.
Ooh.
But the fish is still alive. So.
Okay. Well, you know what it
Riddle
means.
me that one.
Yeah. And last one, let's see. An emerald turtle. It means they've crossed the prime meridian and the equator where they
Into
intersect.
Oz.
Not the Emerald City, an emerald turtle.
Oh. From Oz.
So yeah, that's all I have. Just some silly fun facts about the different branches.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Simple things.
Yeah, I like those fun facts, yeah. I like those fun facts at the end. The tattoos.
Fun fact Friday. But it's not Friday.
The tattoos mean something, so.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. See, that's what I do like. I like tattoos when they actually have meaning behind them.
Do your tattoos have meaning behind them, Jen?
Well, when you get a tattoo at 18, you don't really think too much about meaning because you haven't really been around life that long to have meaning.
Yeah.
But I do have 2 roses on my shoulder, and those represent my kids, so.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's about it. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
But I do have an infinity sign on my ring finger. So that's.
Because you are forever married to David.
Forever and ever and ever.
David. Yeah, they are lucky. These men of ours are very lucky to have us.
Right?
And I guess we're lucky to have them.
They're so honored to have us in their presence all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Every day.
Yes. Yes. And that we bared their children for them.
Yes. And we put up with their children's bullshit every day.
And their childish bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any tattoos, so can't contribute to that story.
That's okay.
Yeah. Would like to get one day. I just can't commit.
It's a big thing. Yeah. It's a big commit.
Permanent.
Exactly.
It's permanent ink on my body that I don't know if I could continue to look at for the rest of my life.
Exactly. Just get a temporary tattoo. You'll be fine. Those are fun.
Those are fun. I got a henna tattoo once.
Ooh, that's
It
fun.
was a butterfly. You
That's
know why?
fun.
When I was younger, I was determined to get a Mickey Mouse tattoo on my back. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna do it. And then someone told me, wait a year. If you still want it within a year, then get it. And I did. And I was like, I still want it. And now looking, like, I forgot about the fucking tattoo. I don't know how long ago, but looking back, I'm like, thank God I did not get that tattoo.
Yes.
What was I thinking? And all the tramp stamps and stuff that they were so popular in the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God I didn't do that either.
Right?
Do you have a tramp stamp?
I do not. I just have a butterfly on the left side of my hip.
Yeah. Well, good for you, Jen.
Yeah, no, that's 18-year-old Jennifer thought it was a great idea to do it.
And was it?
No. What am I supposed to fucking do with a butterfly now? Like, how do you add to that on your hip?
Yeah.
What do you do?
You don't.
Someone give me
Put
ideas.
A flower. Put a flower around it so it looks like it's landing.
Oh, okay.
On the flower. And it's your metamorphosis. Maybe have a trail of the butterfly life. So it's like caterpillar to butterfly. It's a larva and then the caterpillar and
cocoon.
Then it goes into its cocoon and then that slimy portion where it's like coming out of the cocoon and then it's a butterfly.
Yeah.
And then it smashes into a windshield.
Yes.
As you're driving it. And guess what? You're behind the wheel driving the car.
This is my life.
Because this is your life. Yeah.
Oh.
This is all a tattoo. You're tattooing yourself driving a car.
Yes.
And the butterfly who represents you is smashing into that windshield, but you're driving it. So you are in control of your own messes, and that is okay.
Wow. Look at you. Veronica, she's like she just dropped her mic. That was beautiful. Seriously. Mic drop right there. Yeah.
Right on my crotch.
Oh, there you go. But you're in control, Veronica. You were in control.
Yeah. Veronica 2024, people.
There you go. I know. So it's still, I just need to have like a trail starting on the right side. So I have to get into that tramp stamp mode of
It's just going to be a belt going around.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a belt going around. It's like coming in full circle. Yeah. The butterfly. In all its stages of life, and then on the flower, and then living its happy butterfly life with its butterfly family, and then it goes off to work for the butterfly farm, and there it meets his death in the car,
and then it dies
in your windshield.
But not before laying a single egg on a flower to be reborn into the caterpillar.
Is that how butterflies are born? Are there eggs?
They're eggs? Well, so I learned it from the Hungry Caterpillar that we've been watching all week. That he came out of an egg.
Monday, he ate one apple.
Exactly. That should be my trail, is the Hungry Caterpillar first.
Hungry Caterpillar, yeah. Yeah. And then it's going to look like that one caterpillar from Bug's Life.
Oh, yeah, that is my life. Yeah. That is...
the big chunky caterpillar.
Yes, that is me.
Yeah.
With the tiny wings.
Yeah. The cycles of life, people, if you're a caterpillar.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I like it.
Mm-hmm. I'm here for it.
Okay.
Yep.
Anyways, that's my story.
That's it. Well, everyone, we love you guys. We love your support. Thank you for listening to another fabulous episode of Dependence-Plaining. If you have any questions or comments or ideas, stories, something, tattoo ideas, tattoo regrets. Please feel free to email us at dependenceplaining@gmail.com and give us all of that. That would be great. Or you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, everywhere. We're everywhere.
Windshields, flowers.
We are all over the place.
On top of butterfly's wing.
Yes, smashed on your windshield. We're everywhere. You can also find us on any of your listening platforms, and make sure you rate and subscribe 5 stars, because we love you and you love us.
Yay! And don't forget to vote.
Yes. Don't forget, when that time comes around to vote, Veronica, because wherever you go, there you are.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.